Welcome to another episode of Coffee with Dave. I'm Dave, and this is coffee. All right, today we're going to be talking about the audit and whether or not you're a librarian of the mind or a warrior of the mind. So let's get right into it after we take a sip of this delicious break room coffee. Oh, this is what I needed this morning. This is fine. All right, so the audit. I'm going to read a quote by Tim Ferriss, right? He's the author of the 4-Hour Workweek, Tribe of Mentors, and Tools of Titans. If you've never read any of his stuff or seen any of his videos, do yourself the favor, all right? So the quote is, "You are the average of the 5 people you associate most. So do not underestimate the effects of your unambitious, pessimistic, or disorganized friends. If someone isn't making you stronger, they're making you weaker." Now, I think the original sayer of that quote, or at least the first part, is a fella named Jim Rohn. Jim Rohn was a motivational speaker back in the day, influenced a lot of the current flock of motivational speakers, but he's absolutely right. You are the average of the 5 people you hang out with most, your inner circle. So this could be friends, this could be coworkers, this could be family. Doesn't matter who they are. If they're disorganized, if they're pessimistic, if they whine, if they complain about everything, that's going to rub off on you. And then you're going to start complaining more. You're going to be more pessimistic. Your organizational skills will go down, right? And you don't want that because that's bad. I'm going to move this chair, lean on it a little bit. All right, so the thing is, this also works in the reverse. If you're the person in your group, your core 5, that is pessimistic, disorganized, if you complain, if you're dramatic about everything that happens, if you just have nothing good to say about life, if you're unambitious, if you're striving for the mediocre, that middle point where you're not noticed because you're good and you're not noticed because you're really bad, you're just under the radar, well, it's not really a way to live life, personally. Second is you're going to get dropped from your core 5, and that doesn't feel good at all. That is probably one of the worst things that could happen to you. Or it could be the best thing, because maybe it'll wake you up. And being woken up, even if it's violently, is better than staying asleep. So take that audit, find out who your 5 are. Are they making you stronger? If so, awesome. Learn from them. If you have a friend that's more organized than you, take some tips. If you have a friend who's glass always full, as opposed to half empty, half full, learn from them. What makes them tick, right? If you have a friend who's ambitious, right? Learn from them. Ambition is good. It's not a dirty word. A lot of people nowadays think ambition is bad. It's not. It's good. Having ambition and a sense of urgency will get you far. Even if 9 out of 10 of the things that you're ambitious about fail, that 10th one is going to be awesome. You're going to make it. So, now, we live in an age, 2020, all that other stuff aside, where it's now easier to learn things. It's now easier to get information, to find plans, to find strategies. It's at our fingertips. It's on our phones. It's on our laptops. It's on our tablets. It's on our computers. It's a thing called Google. But you can do all the research you want, get all these ideas planted in your head, but what if you're not using those ideas? What if you just have them? What if you just know about them, right? Everyone knows how to make a to-do list, right? How many people actually do it or do it correctly so that they actually follow them, right? So if you have all these ideas just shelved away in your head, collecting dust, you are a librarian of the mind. And that's the easy way. That's the default, if you would. And it's, again, going on that mediocre track. The not too good, not too bad, just in the middle, which is where you don't want to be. So if, let's say you put these things into motion, into action, if you use these ideas, if you weaponize these ideas, then you're a warrior of the mind. So which one would you rather be? Can a librarian defend themselves when they're attacked? Maybe, but then they transition over to a warrior. The warrior has all these ideas at the ready. It's their sword, it's their firearm, it's their shield, it's what they do. And if you're not a warrior of the mind, start training, because there will be times in your lives when you need to channel that warrior of the mind. That could be today, that could be tomorrow, that could be next week. Putting these ideas that you have, putting these skills, these strategies, these patterns into play is the best thing you can do at work, at home, anywhere. So let's go ahead. Let's have another sip of coffee. And ask yourself, as that coffee goes down and warms your insides, which is a fantastic feeling, especially on a cold Los Angeles morning. But anyway, which one would you rather be? Think about that long and hard, but not too long and not too hard. Which one would you rather be? Would you rather be the librarian? Would you rather have these ideas stood on a shelf collecting dust? Or would you want these ideas to be your weapon? It's a mindset thing. There's the unambitious, I don't want to say lazy, but I'm going to say it anyway, the lazy mindset of, well, I'll use that when I have to. Or the proactive mindset, the ambitious mindset, the I'm going to attack the day, the carpe diem mindset. That is the warrior of the mind. Plus, warriors are cooler than librarians because, well, they just are. I don't have to explain anything more about that. So do the audit. It'll help you. Make sure you're not that weak link in your friend chain, in your circle, because I don't want you getting hurt. If you are that person, take steps to fix it. If all you do is complain when you're with your friends or your circle or your family, stop. Go back to my last video and take that gratitude challenge. I have a few people right now doing it, and we're posting gratitudes every single day. And it's awesome to see. Sometimes it's hard. Sometimes it's really hard to come up with 3 different gratitudes each day. We're not wired for it. It's training is what it is. And it's good training. So that would help you not complain as much because you're forcing yourself to see the good in your life, the good in the world. If you're unambitious, if you have no set goals for your life, 1, Google SMART goals and then start doing it. It's not difficult. All you have to do is apply yourself. And then do a find a way to track everything. I'm going to do a video on gamifying a lot of this stuff, so it'll actually be fun. But yeah. And nice breeze is outside. The leaves on the trees are moving. Couldn't think of a better word. And it's a beautiful day. Really is. So do that audit. Make sure you're not the weak person in your circle. And then decide what you want to be. Do you want to be the librarian? Or do you want to be the warrior? I know which one I'd rather be. Have a good one.